So this is what we have so far for the profile. We can enter first name, last name, email, and right now it's using none of the bootstrap styling. So this is all these input fields and links. They're all using the default browser styling that this is all inline, and they all wrap around with this no more space. Okay, so let's change that. Let's add some bootstrap styling. Let's go back to our IDE and load Bootstrap. Although I believe I have Bootstrap installed locally, I'm just going to copy it from one of my local um, deployments. I'm just going to copy them there. And in previous videos, we showed you how to use Bootstrap CDN. In this case, I'm going to use a local Bootstrap file. This will allow my IDE to help me through using some code completion. Okay, so let's load that local CSS file. So href, that will be CSS, and then slash bootstrap. There it is, and we'll say that this is a style sheet. There we go. So if we reload our page, right? That's oops. Is our server running? Let's see. Maybe not. It wasn't running. Let's see. Let's reload. There it is. Notice that it already looks a little prettier. Right? It's using a different font. Let's apply some of the more common Bootstrap classes here. We'll say that all these are form control. Notice that already the IDE is suggesting as I type. There we go. I'm just going to copy this. It makes it so much more convenient with the IDE. Helps you out and fill in the all these placeholders. Right, so if I refresh, notice that they all become input fields, right? All blocks. Let's apply also some styling to the buttons, and we'll say that these are all. This is a BTN, maybe a primary BTN, and we'll apply BTN block. These are all common Bootstrap classes that make the buttons look a little prettier, take up the entire width of the page. We had in the previous video we had introduced this styling of our own, so some custom styling that added a little margin below each one of the input fields in style.css. So let's load that. We'll say link href. We go to CSS. And then we'll load that style. There we go. And rel style sheet. Okay, if we reload that, notice that adds some nice white spacing in between, so that it clearly delineates the beginning and ending of each one of the input fields. Also notice that we don't have any margins on either side of the page. That looks squashed out, and that it's flush to the page. And so our eyes are always looking for some white spaces that clearly delineate where something begins and when something ends. So let's add some. Let's use one of the container classes that are very useful to deal with these margins. So let's use container fluid. That's one of the more common classes that adds some nice margins on either side. So if we refresh, notice that added some margins on either side. That's nice, very good. Another thing that we haven't done in previous videos, but I should point out that we should do that, is that these fields, it's good practice to add dedicated labels on top of each one of these. It might seem redundant that since you already have placeholders for these, but these might have actual data on this, right? So this might say Jose or John or whatever, and we don't necessarily know what is the meaning of the value of that particular field. So it's always a good idea to put some labels. So let's put some labels on each one of these. So let's put label, and we'll put here that this is first name, and let's add all these labels for each one of these. So this is last name. Let's add some space here. Last name, and this is let's add another one here for the email. Okay, let's add another one here for username. And the other one for password. Okay, there we go. If we refresh, there we go. We have all the fields well labeled. Okay? One thing that we might want to add as well is that these just to improve the experience is that I mean we already increased the size of these input fields. What we can do to even make it even better is that we can associate these fields, these labels with each one of the fields that we can make a relationship between the two. So that if you click on the label itself, right, you would immediately focus on the related input fields. Just to, again, to improve how the interaction between the user and these in this form, right? So to improve the size of the touch area that would focus on that field. So let's go back and let's relate these. We'll add an IDs, unique identifier for each one of these, right? So if this is first name, we can create we can create the relationship by saying that this label is for, and then the ID, right? The ID for it. So so ID, this is would be last, and we can say that this is for, and then notice that the IDE identifies all the IDs on the page, and automatically gives us the option to choose from the related ID. So we say the ID, this is email, and we can say that this is for the email. There we go. So if we go back now, if we refresh, if we click on the anywhere near in the label, notice that the field is receives a focus, right? So it's just just to improve just a little bit what the experience might be, just to make it more convenient as the user interacts with that application. Okay. All right, so there you have it. In the next, what we need to add now is perhaps a header and a footer for us to add some additional navigational features.